Okay, good evening, everybody. Hang on, let me just straighten the camera a little bit. Hi, good evening. Right, firstly, before I start this evening, I just want to say to you, I am using my own phone this evening, and with my own phone, there is a very slight, hiss in the background on it. I don't know why. I did test it out earlier, and it didn't seem too bad. The hiss was there, but it wasn't too bad. And I thought, well, after what happened this morning with the flickering, the hiss is nothing compared to that. So I thought we'll just go ahead with the hiss. Okay, so that's something we could probably put up with. I did not want to leave you high and dry. You can't hear anything. Oh, you're joking. Oh, you mean you can't hear any hiss? Oh, good, good. Whew. For a minute there, Barry, I thought we were going to have more technical hitches, so I'm really, really glad. So you can hear me all right, though. No hiss, but you can hear me all right. Fabulous. Wow. Brilliant. Woohoo! Yeah, there might be a little bit of an echo, but that's probably because of my bedroom. So yeah, I didn't want to leave you high and dry. I just wanted to make sure that I gave you some sort of live this evening, today. You gave up your morning for me and I let you down and I feel terrible about it. So I thought I would give up a part of my evening to give back to you what I owed. So brilliant. Julian says, can't hear the hiss in here. Then that's fabulous. Something might have changed with my phone. The reason my phone has been hissing is because I've dropped it down the toilet like 1,000 times. So I think there might be something kind of wrong with it, but it seems to be okay. So maybe it's dried out from being down the toilet all those months ago. I don't know. Calvin S says, you are looking lovely, Gabby. Well, do you know what, Calvin? I thought, it's an evening live. I'm going to put some earrings in, man. And I'm just going to dress up. I haven't really dressed up. I just put some earrings in. But isn't it amazing how earrings can make all the difference? Gary says, hi, Gabby. Love Tim and your video. Thank you very much. Christopher Goff is here. Don't worry about technical issues. They happen. Don't they drive you mad, though? They really, really drive me mad. Eating Healthy is here. Hiya. Andrew May. Andrew Lane. I'm going to do some shout outs here. Paul Hanson is here. Don't worry about this morning. It's not your fault. Thank you very, very much. Janine is here. Keith is here. Ebony is here. Lisa's here. Claire, 1234. Claire, you joined up as a member today, didn't you? Wow. Congratulations on being one of my members. That's fantastic. Jules B is here. Lucy, I missed that. Lucy Lou and Lucy's Adventures, that was it. Fun things to do as well as here. Craig Gargill. I haven't even had a sip of my wine yet and I could get my words out. Craig Cargill, hi. And Michelle B is here. Brilliant. Tyler's here. Hi. Tim is not here. No. So the people that are asking for Tim, he's gone. He's not here. He's off on his adventures. Spider on the wall behind you. Do you know what, Fife? Even if there is, I don't actually care. And anyway, it's not a spider. What you can see is a hook. And that hook just above my finger used to have a picture on it, and while we were doing one of Tim's lives, it fell off when we were talking about ghosts. So there used to be a picture there, but now there's not. We haven't bothered replacing it, actually. We could put the picture up that fell, but we just haven't bothered. Hi Debbie, thank you for joining us. Out and About David, Ghost Fall. I think it was a ghost, if there's such things as ghosts, maybe. Yes, Barry, absolutely. Don't miss Tim's live in Benidorm. So he's going to be doing a live during the week. So hopefully you'll all really, really enjoy that. Anyway, what we've got coming up for you in this wine evening, not only have you got me with my earrings and my glass of wine, which is, what am I drinking this evening? I'm drinking, it ain't coffee, and it's not a personalised glass. It's just a normal glass this evening. I'm having a Cabernet Sauvignon. Did you like the way I said that? I said that with the Mediterranean accent. Cabernet Sauvignon. Yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. I love my red wine. I am a red wine connoisseur. Although when they say to me at my gigs, when I say, can I have a small glass of wine? Do you want Merlot or Shiraz? I'm like, I'm not fast, give me any. So I am a red wine connoisseur, but I'm not really fussy about what I drink. I do like a Chilean wine. I'm not going to lie. I'm a fan of Chilean. So Any of you that don't drink wine, you're probably thinking what I'm talking about right now is really, really boring. But I just thought I'd address the situation while I was having a drink. Tyler, I'm doing my barista training next week. Gabby was really inspired from the coffee mornings. Barista training. I'm a trained barista. If you need any tips, let me know. I can make a mean flat white. But the problem is, every time I order a flat white now, if it isn't right, I feel really annoyed about it because I know how one should be made. I've even got my badge. In fact, I don't think it's... I am sat on a chest. I've got like a trunk chest here, and inside it is a lot of junk. And when I say junk, I mean like my Spice Girl memorabilia, my days back in performing arts, all my old photos from when me and my mates used to go out and get smashed, and all these things are sat in this trunk. And amongst it is my barista badge from Costa, along with a couple of other things that go with my National Record of Achievement, which I don't think people get anymore, but I have kept mine proudly. I worked very hard for my U's in school, and I like to keep them with pride. But failing that, when I did come out of school, I did get distinctions all around in dance, singing and entertainment and all that sort of thing. So like that, I'm very, very proud of. And I did go and get my dance grades as well. So I have got some certificates I'm proud of. And I think along the way, working for Richardson's Holiday Park, I did pick up a few customer service certificates and also some first aid ones. And I'm absolutely terrified of hospitals and sickness and illnesses and stuff like that. But I've got them. I suppose some knowledge is better than none. Barry says, how about an evening of showing us what's in the trunk? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, Barry. I am going to do that. In fact, that is going to be my next vlog. I'm going to record it tomorrow. What's in the trunk? Christine Parsons has been a member for 1 month. Wow, congratulations. Cheers to that. I've been holding off having a sip of this because as soon as I start drinking red wine, these white teeth go red and then I look a complete fool. But I'm going to congratulate you and I'm going to have a sip of this. Cheers. Cheers, Christine. Could you imagine if I had a shot for every person that signed up as a member this evening? I could be very drunk. Craig Cargill. Thank you so much for your super chat for Fumps. Hope he's okay. He's absolutely fine. He's downstairs watching Gabby's Doll's House at the moment. That's his favourite programme, and he's with Big Sister Holly. So he's absolutely fine, and thank you so much. I'd also like to apologise for the fact that a few of you had sent me super chats this morning, and I just felt bad because you gave me super chats to support the channel and it ended again, hence why we're here now. Much appreciated for the super chats for the 25 minutes we were live this morning. 6 months, Barry. Wow. Time flies when we're enjoying ourselves. Where are them 6 months gone? We are 6 months older. Ah! Rosie Lee says, I found my record of achievement the other day. My kids thought it was amusing. I'm now going through my GCSE exams with child number 1. I've already been there. I've done it. I've bought the t-shirt. We've done the GCSEs, but I've got to go through all the Fumps now, which is fine. And any other children we might have in the future. Maybe. Is Tim watching this evening? I'm not sure. I think he's on a train somewhere, so he might tune in. You never, ever know. So anyway, what we've got lined up this evening, I totally went off track. My wine, my earrings. No, I'm going to talk about past vlogs, future vlogs, and this will excite you. Am I going crazy? Am I seeing that there's 232 people watching? Is that real? Am I seeing... No! Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm not exaggerating. That is like a massive record. Oh, I thought I was seeing that. No way. 244. That's amazing. Oh my God, guys. Thank you. Honestly, usually I get like, I've had like a maximum of like 150 on the coffee mornings. So that's insane. That's like 100 more. Wow. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's amazing. Please don't make a fool of yourself tonight, Gabby. Please. You've got all this many people watching. Oh my God. Stress, sweat, drink. Okay. Anyway, I'm going off the track again. I have got, are you ready? Are you ready? I need to see a yes in the chat. Give me a yes, Gabby. Yes, yes, yes. I need to see your yeses. Are you ready for this? Drum roll. There might be a delay in the chat, so I could be going for quite a while. Mel says yes. John says Esh. Esh? What? Ryan, Yeah, eating healthy. Everyone's yes, yes, yes. Anna Tidmarch says yes. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Right. Here we go. I have a special music quiz for you. So we're going to have a quiz. Yay! We're having a quiz on our wine night. This isn't meant to be a wine night. It's meant to be a Q&A, but it's turned into a wine night. Actually, it was my friend Fiona that said, I know your coffee morning didn't work out, but why don't you have a wine night? And I was like, yeah, but I'm not going to promote it as a wine night because that's not very sensible. But it is going to be a cheeky wine night, but I'm going to say it's a Q&A. It is a Q&A, really. So you can ask any questions you like, fire away. And obviously, I must emphasise, if I miss anyone's comments in the chat, I do apologise. It's just that the chat does go very, very fast. And obviously, my eyes only go so fast. So I try to grab what I see. Obviously, this is not to make anyone do a super chat at all. But obviously, if I'm reading someone's out who's give a super chat, it's because for all of you that don't know, it comes up really bright and in your face. So you can't miss it. And I think that's the whole point of a super chat as well. So your comment is like thrown out there. So please don't be disappointed if I do read out the super chat ones over others. It's just because it's like gone in my face like a firework pretty much, so I will see that, but I will try to do as many as I can. And if you don't get an answer, feel free to copy and paste it and repeat it. I have not got a problem with that, as long as it's not like spam ridiculous spam, because obviously the mods can control that. But obviously if you've got like a question that hasn't been, you know, feel free to copy and paste it a few times so it can capture my attention. And obviously the mods that are with us, we've got the Foxy B, hopefully we've got Andy Mullaney, I don't know if is Belvedere's here. I'm sure Belvedere is here. So hopefully the mods will also remind me if I've missed any. That would be great. But yes, we have got a quiz, and the quiz is a music quiz. And what I've done is only 5 questions because I thought we could be here all night. Because like usually I take this quiz to the Carlton Hotel and I'll do a quiz before I do like an hour singing. So I do a little bit of a mush up at the Carlton Hotel. And when I do it, the quiz is like 20 questions, and no word of a lie, you know how I can talk, right? I talk for Britain. And my quiz for 20 questions can last, I swear, 2 hours, because I just go on and on and on and on and on and on, honestly. Yeah, so I've narrowed it down to 5 because I thought if I don't, you guys will never get to bed this evening and you need your sleep. So I'm thinking of you, really. Spam sounds like Monty Python. Do you know, I've only seen one Monty Python film, Barry, and that was The Life of Brian, and I absolutely love The Life of Brian. I wet myself practically from start to finish. It is so funny. I'd love to see that again, but it never comes on telly, does it? But I do love that. Paul says, love your singing. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. And in fact, I did say, like, in a couple of coffee mornings a few back, that I was going to do a live on my Facebook, and I am going to definitely do it. Barry, I spoke to you in a message as well, because Barry messaged me, and I did say I'm definitely going to do it. It is literally just a case of finding the right day. So I've got to make sure that it's not one where Tim's not here, because I need Tim to be here, because I need him to probably do the camera work, because when we do a live from home, we like to get I like to get Tim behind the camera, because he's really good at making it look quite arty. I don't know how he does it, to be fair, but he does. He's a man of many talents, as we know, my husband. So I do need Tim with me, but I also need Holly at home because she needs to be on Thumps duty. So I am going to plan that. So please watch this space on Facebook, because once I get the date sorted with Tim and talk to him about what we're going to do, I'm going to upload it and it'll be there where you can watch it. I was going to do it where it was like charge like £1 for people to watch, so that if I took a night off work, then it helped pay for what I'd lose. But to be honest with you, I'm just going to do it anyway, because I want you guys to enjoy it. There have been a few people that have said, I'd love to be able to come to one of your gigs, and they've not been able to. So I'm not going to do I'm not going to do like a fee like Facebook has suggested, like to do fees to do lives. I'm just going to do it. I will put a PayPal link up if anyone like wants to support or anything like that, but it will be free for anyone to come and join. So come over to my Facebook page and keep your eyes peeled for that, because I will put that up. Craig, thank you. Take Casper to see Gabby's Doll's House live. Do they do it live? Do they do it live, Craig? If they do it live, I think Fumps is going to absolutely love that. But I didn't know they did, so I'll look into it. Do you know something I don't know, Craig? Thank you so much for your super chat. Sharon Davis says the first time in the chat. Well, congratulations and welcome. Andrew Lane, can you say happy birthday to my brother Colin, who was 73 today? Thanks. I can do better than that. I can sing it. We'll all sing it. Right. Sing it in your homes. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Wait, have we got any more birthdays? Do you want to miss anyone out? Any more birthdays in the chat? Any more birthdays? If there is, let me know in the chat. Don't want to miss anyone. Happy birthday to you. Up an octavelet. Happy birthday, dear Colin. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! I hope that you have an amazing evening and you have lots of cake. Cake is my favourite thing in the world. Keith says, Life of Brian is hilarious. Love the part when they're on the cross and he asks them to raise their hand if they want to live. I know, it's so funny. I absolutely love it. I love it when they go see the stoning and it's like, what did that actually happen in the olden days? Was that what entertainment was, or is that literally just for the film? Because for a start, his mum is like this really strange person, and anyway, a lot of probably people won't understand what we're talking about with this Life of Brian situation, but it is so funny. And she always goes, come on Brian, let's go and see the stoning, and I'm like, that's really odd, but there's something so funny about it. I love it. I just want to watch it now, actually. But it's something I've watched since being a kid. I don't know what my mum and dad were thinking letting me watch that as a kid, actually, because I think there's some like naughty bits in it, and there's must be a bit of foul language. But anyway, back in the day, it didn't matter. Tyler, how did you and Tim meet? Oh, haven't you heard this, Tyler? Have we not gone over this 1,000 times? Mind you, I suppose if some of you are new to the channel, you probably haven't. So I'll tell you the story. I'll bore you with it all over again, but not for a swig of wine. And while I'm swigging, let me know in the chat what you're having to drink this evening. Are you having a cup of tea? Are you having a hot chocolate? Are you having the harder stuff? Are you having like a JD? Are you having a wine? Are you having a beer? Are you having a Guinness? Are you having a Coca-Cola? So let me know in the chat. Tell me what you're having. Karen's having a Coca-Cola. Monica's having a squash. That's well innocent, a squash. Hazel's having crisps and dips. That's not a drink, Hazel. Freya's having Pepsi Max. Belvedere says 245 watching. Oh my gosh. Tim's so punching. I know, right? It's because of these earrings. Wendy's having a tea. Leslie's having a coffee. Somebody else is having a Fanta. That went really quick. I weren't sure what that was. Budweiser. Choc ice? That's not a drink, Jules. Soya hot chocolate. Well done. Very vegan. Tango. Grapefruit. Don't really drink, Gabby. You can have mine. Hazel. Yeah, but do you have anything soft, Hazel? Like, do you ever have, like, even, like, I don't know, do you have a squash, a blackcurrant, or anything like that? Because just wondered, someone's having a shandy. Wow, I love a shandy, especially in the sun on a hot day. I love a cold shandy. Fabulous. Someone else is having a tea. Bottled water, weirdest pregnancy craving ever. Ellie, you're craving bottled water for your pregnancy. That's weird. Well, I must admit, I had some weird cravings with Holly. Not so much with Fumps. I never really had any cravings with Fumps, but with Holly, this is going to be the weirdest story ever. And this is going to be more weirder than the story where I tell you where I meet Tim, okay? But I'm going to tell you this while we're on the subject. When I was pregnant with Holly, I craved dirt. Yeah. A lot of people say, why are you not ashamed to say that? Because it's true. I did. I actually licked the bottom of my slipper when I was pregnant with Holly. I couldn't help it. So I was so excited to get the Hoover out in the morning so I could deeply inhale dirt going up the Hoover in the place where we were living at the time. Not that there weren't that much dirt on the floor. It's obviously just normal dust and stuff, you know. But yeah, Keith, yeah, dirt. I loved it. And at the time, actually, my ex was working on Holly Park. So we lived like until we got our home in a caravan on a holiday park. Anyway, long story short, the tractor used to go past and I used to want to eat the mud when it went past in the dirt. That was really weird. Is it true you crave dirt, you have low iron, which is common in pregnancy? I think so, because I have also heard, Sophie, that people that have got low iron want to eat a tyre. So it's like, it is so weird though, isn't it? Like if you are low in some sort of vitamin, your body will let you know in some sort of way. It'll make you want something, won't it? It's ever so clever, the human body. It's nuts. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Sophie. And I used to crave dirt and stuff like that. And I got to the point where I used to walk around in slippers. I don't really so much anymore, even though I've got about 10 pairs that Tim keeps buying me for Christmas, but I don't usually use slippers because our carpet's quite thick. And anyway, I used to sniff the bottom of my slipper and I thought, you know what? I just want to lick it, but that's just wrong. So I'm not going to lick the bottom of my slipper. That's just crazy. And then one day I caved. I caved into temptation. I was watching EastEnders and I licked the bottom of my slipper. Yeah, that's not something I'm proud of, but I did, and I didn't get the buzz I was hoping for. No, I thought I was going to feel really fulfilled by it because I really wanted to, but it just was rank, and I never licked my slipper again. And I did hope that when the pregnancy was over, if this continues, there's something wrong with me, like more than is wrong with me now. So you know, like how I suffer like with my mental health in general anyway, I thought if this doesn't pass, there really is something wrong with me. And it did. So literally, like as soon as I brought Holly home, I totally forgot about the dirt and the slipper and all that. Gabby slipper licking. I know, but at least I'm honest, right? You know, and it's the truth. So there you go. I'm an open book. You know, ask me anything and I'll tell you. Yeah, that it is true. Start licking the bottom of your slipper with Tim there. It will freak him out. I don't want to do it anymore, Chris. It was just like a pregnancy craving. Monica says, how crazy but interesting. It's weird, but it's so strange. Oh, Shane, I will read that back in a second. It is really strange how your body craves things when you're pregnant. It's odd, but it is true. It happened. I used to tell everybody at work and they all used to laugh, and I used to be like, I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna like shy away from it. It is true what happens, and it's, I can't change it, you know. And if people want to laugh about it, go ahead and laugh. It's a true story, and I couldn't help it, and it was totally out of my control. But you know, I did it once and I won't do it again. And I don't have any more cravings. So I do crave a glass of red wine now and again, and I am craving at the moment strawberries and cream frappes from Costa. I am absolutely loving them. I don't know if it's, I don't know why. I'm not pregnant though. You'll be pleased to know. Don't worry, I'll let you know when I am, but I'm not. So yeah, that horrible craving has well and truly passed. And I was 22 at the time, and I'm a lot older now. So it was a long time ago. So I missed someone's comment and I really wanted to read that out. Hang on. It was about the car. Hang on. Shane Newport. Hey, Gabby, are you enjoying the new car? I did feel for you after watching the collecting my new car video. It didn't seem the best experience, which it should have been. No, it wasn't. I don't really rate the I'm really sorry if anybody works there, because you just never know, do you? But I don't really rate like the car shop where I got it from, to be honest. There was a lot of hanging around, which I didn't think needed to happen. Like when Tim picked up his car, we never had any waiting around or anything. It was literally like they dealt with you there and then. But I do find that in the car shop, you are like a little bit of a conveyor belt. There was a lot of waiting around. You know, I've got a baby. It was really frustrating. And I'd already bought the car and I was still waiting around. It was just a case of collecting my keys, and it just went on and on and on. And I do actually have a problem with my car. And this problem happened and I was still like under 3 months warranty. But I've had an appointment to go and book it in to get it sorted, and I have to keep changing it, because this is another thing that's annoying me with the car shop. They want me to bring my car in between 8 and 9 in the morning, and I could potentially be there all day long. And I'm like, there's a problem with that. I have a baby, and it's not a baby, he's a toddler, so he gets really restless. So I can't be sitting in the car shop all day long. And the thing is, it's not even like I can just go off into the city, because it's way off from the city and it's on an industrial estate. So I'm literally going to be stranded there unless I've got Tim. And Tim's away 8 times out of 10. So other than my mum, when Tim's away and I need my mum to help me on a date that they can do, she's busy doing something. So I'm literally booking dates and then having to ring up and cancel and say, sorry, it's not convenient. And it's a nightmare. And I'm like, why can't you just book me in for an hour's slot? I know what's wrong with the car. You know what's wrong with the car. Book it in for this particular hour, get the job done, and let me have the car back, you know, and I will arrive at your convenience so I can get the job done and then go. But they can't. They said, no, it's got to be there between 8 and 9 in the morning, and it could be there all day. I'm like, what a waste of my time. I'm so unimpressed. And for that, I've had this problem ongoing since the car, and I've also scratched down the side of my car as well, which you probably all are aware of. So I've got this minging scratch all down the side of my brand new Audi, and it looks like a banger because I've scratched it. And that was a genuine accident. Well, obviously it was an accident. I wasn't going to do it on purpose, but I was going in and out of my drive. I'm actually going to blame Tim. Yeah, I'm going to blame Tim on this one, because he said to me, when I go in and out the drive, try and get as close as I can to the wall, and that will leave enough space on the right hand side for more like manoeuvring when we get in and out the car and stuff like that. So he was the one that told me to do that. So I was concentrating on getting as close as possible rather than how I normally get in, and I scratched it. And even still, and I was stressing because Fumps was crying at the time, and I knew that I needed to get back in the house to sort Fumps out, but I needed to get my car parked. So I was doing what Tim was asking, but I was rushing at the same time because I knew the baby was crying and I needed to get back in the house. So my car is now scratched, and it's really disappointing. I am so annoyed by it. So yeah, that's how I'm getting on with the car. But I have bonded with the car, funnily enough. Like, I am enjoying the drive. It's smooth and I have got used to it, and I have very quickly forgotten about the DS3, and I never thought I would get over losing my DS3. Well, I haven't lost it. I'm actually just giving it to my dad, so it's about. But I was like, that has been the best car. Such a simple car, but the best car I've ever owned in my life. It never let me down once. I never had one problem with it, and everything was low maintenance. It was cheap to run, and it looked attractive, and it was just my baby, that car. I was just totally in love with it, and it never let me down. And I changed the Audi, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to bond with it as much as I did this DS3, but I have done now, and I'm actually quite comfortable. So going back to the previous question about how I met Tim. So, okay, so me and Tim met each other. That's a bit of a weird story. I was doing, I had a gig in Lowestoft, actually. And at the time, Tim was working for a radio station in Galston. And I had a mutual friend with Tim who worked at the holiday park. And this mutual friend came to watch me sing at a pub in Lowestoft and brought Tim with them. And, well, actually, this friend actually was an entertainment manager at the holiday park I worked at, and I met him that night, and I saw him. I remember the moment he walked through the door. I was singing and I saw my friend walk in, and no, I think Tim walked in before my friend. Yeah, I'm sure he did. And when he walked in, I thought, oh, he's brought a guy with him. And that's all I thought, nothing of him. I can't say it was love at first sight. I just noticed there was another person there. And apparently, according to Tim, we were chatting and he reckoned I was flirting with him. And I was like, no, love, I was just being nice. Like, why do boys think that when you're nice to them, that you're flirting? No, you're not. You're just being nice. That's just my nature. I meant it to entertain her, and I'm just used to being nice to everybody. And that's my nature. I'm just a nice person. So she was like, yeah, you were flirting with me. And I was like, no, you're confused. That's just me being kind. And he's like, yeah, well, so-and-so thinks that you was flirting. And I'm like, what? No, like, message to boys out there. I'll put this message and make it quite clear to all men. If a girl is nice to you, it doesn't mean they're coming on to you or they fancy you. They might just be a nice person. So, you know, there you go. Anyway, we did get on well though. And then the following, was it a couple of days later, I think, my friend came up to me and said, could you judge the talent show that we've got at the holiday park? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And he said, because it just so happens that my friend is judging too. And I went, is it the boy from the Beach Radio? Because Tim worked for Beach Radio at the time, which was a local radio station. I said, is it the boy from the Beach Radio? And he went, yeah. And it just so happens that he's split up from his on-off girlfriends. And I was like, oh, right, okay. So I thought it's a setup. And then when he walked away, it was like going round and round in my head. And I said to my friend, who worked on the reception desk with me at the time, he weren't bad looking actually, that boy. I said, I'm going to check him out. And then when we went to judge, I was at the bar and I was having a drink with somebody else who was judging. And then he walked in through the door and, God, he looked sexy. He'd put like a if he's watching this now, oh my God. He's on the train and he doesn't know I'm having this chat. But he was wearing like a really nice suit jacket and it was like beige. I remember it really well. And he'd got like I can't remember, was that a blue shirt underneath? Anyway, he came in and he got the biggest smile on his face. And he went, hiya ladies, and was really like cheeky chappy. And I remember I was wearing my black leather jacket. I was wearing like a knee-length black skirt. I remember it so well. And yeah, straight away I thought, I do like him. And then we had really like good chat and we was chatting for quite a while. And then when we were judging, we were sat next to each other and yeah, then we were flirting and then it just went from there. And at the end of the night, the friend that got us together had said, like, he had said to me, Tim had said to me, do you want to stay for a drink? And I was like, can I buy you a drink? And I went, oh, I can't, I've got to get back because my dad was watching Holly at the time. And I was like, I've got to get back. I can't, I can't leave my dad babysitting for too long. So I went back and he thought that was like me blowing him out, but it wasn't. I genuinely did have to get back. And then my friend the next day said he wants to know if he can have your number because he'd like to take you out for a meal. And I was like, okay, cool. So I said, yeah, give him it. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I did. He didn't call and he didn't ring. And I thought, what a waste of time. Another waste of space. Like, I've met so many blokes throughout my life who have just been totally useless. And I just thought, another waste of space. Someone that you kind of start to warm to a little bit and they let you down. And then all of a sudden, I was sat around my dad's house having a cup of tea and I get this text out the blue saying, would you like to meet up and go for a drink? Now, my first thought was, what happened to the meal? I wanted to go for food because I really like food. And I thought, well, drink will do, but as long as you're paying, yeah, we'll go and we'll have a drink. And so we went out. We had a few. I had one and got drunk because I only had one and that's all it takes. And he didn't drink at all because he drove like the true gentleman. It's a bit lonely though when you have a drink on your own. But Tim never drank when I first met him. It wasn't until he'd been with me a few months and then it started. So we then like, I hope this isn't boring you all too much. And then anyway, so he drove me home like a gentleman. And he opened the car door for me to let me out, and I went in for a kiss, and he pulled away, and I was like, oh my God, I'm totally humiliated. Like, I've just been rejected. And I was like, oh my God, he doesn't like me. And he pulled away. And I thought, oh no, this is just, I want the world. I just want to fall in a hole, and, you know, this is just not good. And then he said to me, what are you doing tomorrow night? And I said, well, nothing. And he went, do you want to go for a meal tomorrow night? And I thought, I've got totally mixed vibes here, because I'm going in for a kiss and you're rejecting me, and next thing you know, you want to take me out for food. What do you want, man? You're confusing me. And I was like, well, I'm not doing anything. And he said, well, do you want to go out for food? And I was like, okay. So he picked me up on time, and Dad had to babysit again, and Dad's like going, oh, you know, I'm getting sick of this babysitting lark. And then he said to me, I'm going to take you for food in Norwich. And obviously I was living in Caister at the time, which, for all of you that don't know, it's Norwich is the local city. So we're talking like a 40-minute drive. And I was like, all the restaurants in Yarmouth, you take me into the city. And I thought, well, you better be taking me somewhere swish. And he took me to Bella Italia. I think he had some Tesco points. No, not really. No, at the time, I don't think I'd ever been to Bella Italia, and it was really nice. And I was like, yeah, it's really nice, this Italian restaurant. So we went to Bella Italia. I remember what I ordered. I ordered duck and plum sauce pasta thing, or whatever it was, I remember. And then after we'd been to Bella Italia, he said, do you fancy going for a hot drink now? Like, I don't want to go home yet. Do you fancy going for a hot drink? I was like, yeah, okay. So we went to a pub, which was really weird. And he said, this pub does really nice hot chocolates. I thought you'd take all your girls here. And then we had a hot chocolate there, and we were saying how we'd like to go on holiday. And he was saying, I wonder if you'd ever like to come on a holiday with me. And I was like, yeah, I'd come on holiday with you. And we were like getting on really, really well. And then he dropped me home and opened the car door for me again. And then he went in for a kiss, and he went, this is how you do it properly. And then I went in for a kiss, and I was like, ah! And that was it. And then we were inseparable, and then that was it. And I don't think we left each other's sides since. So and that's where the story ends, or began, should I say. So yeah, that was Tyler says, a true love story. It actually is a love story. Our whole adventure has been an absolute love story. I mean, I've never argued with anyone as much in my life, but I've never loved and been so attracted to anyone in my life. And we are best of friends. And everything we do is exciting. You know, our holiday adventures, even before the Walk With Me channel, was all exciting, going to new destinations. And you know, we have like our little routines that couples have, and we get excited for going for a coffee, going for a tea together, just being in each other's company. Our whole like wedding adventure that we had planned, and doing all that, and then trying for the baby, and that was one hell of a journey. So when we eventually got Thumps, it was like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You know, it was like, this is like the result of our love story. You know, it's absolutely incredible. So yeah, Barry says never mind the quiz. Hang on, what does he say? Hang on, I've just gone past it. Hang on, Barry, I'm coming back. What did you say? Where is it? Who's that outside? I'm so nosy. That's one of the neighbours pulling up. I can't see what Barry put. Why can't I see it? Have I not scrolled up enough? I saw it, and then I can't find it now, Barry. Oh, hang on, there it is. Oh, I can see you putting in a hotel, but then you put something else. You are never boring, Gabby. Thank you, Barry. I'm looking for Barry because I know Barry put something that I wanted to read out. I can't find it, Barry, but anyway, I hope you appreciate the love story. It is a love story. Yes, for a lot of you, it's probably a little bit icky, but the funny thing is, obviously, this is my Q&A, so it's all right. Like, when I'm on Tim's channel, right, I can't actually talk about really me per se, because we talk about the walking channel and, you know, the direction that's going in, and, you know, it is Tim's channel, and obviously I jump on board, but it's Tim's channel, so I can't really delve into like my feelings or my life and stuff like that, because it's not really for that. So here and now, I suppose it is the time to do it. But like my whole life, I never really found yeah, there was any lads that ever came in my life. Actually, it's a message to them lads. My relationships that failed at the time, you feel heartbroken, like, because you feel like you've been treated. You feel humiliated when you go through things, like when you break up and stuff like that. But my message to past lovers, because you never know, might be someone from watching, is thank you. You done me a really big favour. So yeah, that's my message to them, because I am so happy. And I'm gonna touch wood though when I say that. Hopefully Tim won't go off with a lady and go down a water slide with a lady in Benidorm. Nah, like, we're quite solid, actually. No, we're not quite solid, we are solid. People say, why don't I wear my wedding ring? Obviously I've got an engagement ring and I've got a wedding ring, and they're both absolutely stunning rings. But the reason I don't wear them is because from getting married, I have lost so much weight. And I don't know why. Like, at the time, I think I was like about 9 stone, and I'm now, I don't know, something like 8'8", something like that. And I really have like lost weight from my hands, and my wedding rings just slide off. So if I put my wedding rings on, I could just be doing something around the house and it will fling off my finger, and I'm like, oh my God, my wedding ring. And they're so precious that I can't lose them. So I keep them in a box. In fact, I believe my wedding rings are in here. Where are you? I'll show you them. I will show you. Where are you? I do keep them. Here they are. Here they are. I've got a lot of jewellery in these boxes. This is the box I keep my wedding rings in. And my earrings from my wedding day, actually. So these are the earrings I wore for my wedding day. My mum bought me these because I said I don't want anything too chunky, and I don't want anything too dainty either. I want something, you know, I don't want a stud. I want a little dangle but nothing heavy, because I didn't want to look too much. I really wanted to go for this angelic kind of look on my wedding day. So my mum bought me these, and I've kept them because I don't really want to. Earrings, I lose them all the time. They are a nightmare piece of jewellery, because, you know, backs can fall off and you lose one, and they're so precious, and I don't want to wear them for gigs or anything like that. But these are my my rings. So this is my engagement ring that Tim proposed me with, but it's I've had to squash it in, as you can see, because I've tried to, in order to keep it on my finger, I've had to really squeeze it quite tight. But it still just slides around really easily, and it's never on show ever, because it just slides to the back, and then I worry I'm going to catch it on things. So I don't wear that anymore. I am going to get them resized, but it's just getting round to it. You know, I haven't even got Holly a key cut yet, you know, and I've been telling her since she was 14 I'll get her one. Cheers. And this is my my wedding ring. I don't know if you can see it all right on the camera. I don't know if the light's like really, I don't know, like it's sort of making it look a bit fuzzy. But anyway, this is the wedding ring. It's got like encrusted diamonds all the way round. And this part of the top was very like solid, chunky sort of gold going all the way down. And I didn't like it when I first bought it. I liked the top, but I didn't like the chunkiness. So they did shave some of that off for me and made that a bit more narrower. So a little bit of work went into this, actually. And yeah, but when I put this on my finger, it literally just slides off. That's how easy it goes on and off my finger. So I can't wear them unless I want to risk losing them, and that's not something that I want to do. So yeah, so that is the wedding ring story. So 286 people watching. It's insane. Please hit the thumbs, everyone. It would be lovely to get some thumbs up. not in the chat, the thumbs up. I mean, like, hit the thumbs. Because we've got, what, 133 thumbs up. It's amazing. Barry says, making the rings smaller will reduce their value. And that's something I thought of too, Barry. I was worried that that would happen because you're obviously taking out some of the gold. And what if I was to put weight back on? I mean, people say as you get older, you know, you fill out a little bit more. So I don't know. Andrew Lane, have you tried Swedish glaze ice cream in Tesco's? We've got wedding rings to ice cream here. As it's dairy free and it's nice. Yes, I have it all the time, but I'm not so keen on the chocolate. I'm not so keen on the raspberry one that they do, but I do love the vanilla. The vanilla actually tastes like, yeah, like proper Mr. Whippy ice cream, I think. It's really nice. It's so soft as well. So, yeah, I do try that. I like it. I'm not very keen on the Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream. There's something that tastes quite powdery about it. I can't really pinpoint it, but I don't enjoy it at all. So that is out the window. But in the past, when I haven't had to have like the dairy-free situation, cookie dough is insane and I absolutely love it. But the vegan version is just not that great, unfortunately. So they failed there. Vincent, hi Gabby, how are you today? From your royal fan, Vincent. Vincent, I'm absolutely fine. Thank you for joining. I've got my red wine, so I'm absolutely good. Crystal says, I can't wear my wedding ring as lost weight on my finger, so I wear a cheap substitute. Well, I was kind of hoping, actually. Is Tim in the chat? Or has he not joined? He probably hasn't got no connection. I don't know. But I did say that on our 10th year of being married, because we've been married 10 years now, the plan was to renew our vows. And we were like, do you know what? Because our wedding day was amazing, like everybody's, but we didn't have a lot of money at the time. In fact, we still don't really, to be honest, but we were really, really skint. Like, thank you, Dad, for bailing us out. Yeah, so we did we had a lovely church wedding, but we did sort of really try to pull money from all angles to make it happen. But we had a lot of people at our wedding, but it was really sad because we invited a lot of people, but when we did our slow dance, everybody had gone home. So people didn't really stick around to watch us have our slow dance. There was only like a selected few. And I was really, really disappointed about that because like I would say to people, oh, what was mine and Tim's wedding song then? And people would be like, and I'm like, wow, like you came to my wedding as a guest and you didn't even stay to watch slow dance, which I think that's all part of it. I think if you're a guest at a wedding, you know, and you're invited to the sit down meal, you watch them, you go to the meal, and then you stay for, I know you can't stay all night, but you know, you stay for the late night buffet and you watch the slow dance, and pretty much after the slow dance, then you know that it's probably time to drop off. But nearly every guest had gone before we even got to that part. So basically ate the food and went. So that was very disappointing. And I said to Tim, when we reach our 10th year, let's have a private ceremony. You never know. We'll probably end up doing a YouTube live for it, actually, in the way things are going. But I said, let's do a private ceremony. We'll go abroad somewhere, and it'll just be me, you, and the kids. I know Holly's not a kid anymore. She'll always be our kid. But yeah, come, you know, we'll go abroad and we'll do it, and it'll just be us, and it'll be really a really special moment that nobody really, you know, we're not paying for other people, you know, to eat loads of food. It's just going to be about us, what it's meant to be, and we'll do a renewal. And we said we would in the 10th year come, and obviously we had bumps the year before, and a wedding, even for a renewal, you kind of need to plan it for a bit of it, you know, a year, I should think. And we just couldn't do it because the IVF robbed us of a lot of funds, like IVF does, as you know. And we were just like, you know, we just can't do it. And plus Tim is just super busy. So hopefully next year, if we can get our acts in gear, maybe we might, I don't know. But the plan is we are going to do it, but no rush, because we're not going anywhere. So we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. So when the time's right, we'll do it and we'll crack on with it, basically. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to replace my wedding ring again with almost like an eternity ring or something, and it can kind of be my substitute wedding ring. That'll fit maybe, and then I can keep these ones in a box as a keepsake. Craig, my neighbour is having fish and chips with Prosecco. Well, cheers to your neighbour. Oh, I want to go to the chippy, actually. Yeah, you've got me in the mood for chips. But we don't have Just Eat round here, so that's a problem. Annika, hey Gabs, hope you're well. I'm very well, thank you. Very, very good. But don't forget, guys, in a little while, we are going to do a little bit of a quiz. In fact, do you want to have your quiz now? Do you want the quiz now? Let me know in the chat. Give me a yay or a nay. Hang on. Have I missed a super chat here? I'm sure I've missed a super chat. Have I missed a super chat? I think I might have done. Barry, you've just sent one. Wow. For a great and enjoyable evening. You are a real trooper. Thank you, Barry. Thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. I'm a good storyteller, right, Barry? You'll all be like, oh, that was a really nice bedtime story, hearing about Tim and Gabby. I'm going to go to sleep now and have nightmares, probably. But it's a true love story. What? Why is my chat going mucked up on the phone? There's no hissing, right, guys? No hissing. Gabby, you should do more wine evenings. Do you know, I put in the poll, actually. Do you prefer, like, evening lives or morning lives? And I actually have got 78% so far on evening. So, yeah, I think I should do more wine evenings. But the thing is, because of Thumps, it's not always that easy. But Holly's here at home tonight. So, Holly's come in very handy. Jim, thank you so much for your super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And Andy Mullaney, you've just joined us. Even all that's just joined. Oh no, you haven't just joined us, Andy. You're saying evening to others. And sorry if we missed anyone. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Listen to Andy, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, if we're missing anybody's comments, please do not take it personally. You've seen the speed I talk and how much I talk. So I'm a terrible multitasker. I'm not going to lie. I'm terrible. So yeah, that's why I've missed your chats, because I've gone on and on and on. But I'm trying to get everyone. Nikki, I can't stand pork scratchings, but that's what I craved whilst pregnant. Weird, isn't it? Isn't it, Nikki? It's so weird. But yeah, I did lick my slipper. Wendy, hello, Tim. Sorry about your hotel. It's Tim in the chat. It's Tim in the chat. Is he? Oh my God, he'd probably kill me for going on and on about... if he's in the chat. I haven't seen Tim come up, though. I haven't seen Tim come up. But I don't know. Is he there? Is he not there? Annika says, finally caught alive. Yes, congratulations. Rebecca J says, where is your sidekick, Smidge? Where is Smidge? Is he in there? Nope, that's a black cardigan. Well, Smidge, right, was behind the curtains earlier. And I just went to close him, and he went for me. He went to scratch me because I went to close him, and he's plucked him. Look, can you see that? He's plucked because I was trying to close him. So he's been he can be a bit vicious sometimes. You know, if you do what he doesn't want, he will be vicious. But might I just say, only if you're doing something that's annoying him. Like most of the time, he is absolutely lovely. Holly, Smidge is hiding under the table from Thumper. I can understand that. Is Thumps bugging him, Holly? Obviously, they're all downstairs. Red, white, or rosé, Gabby? Red. I love a red wine. The only issue I have with it is it stains your teeth and makes your lips red. And that is the only issue. But the good thing is I wear red wine. I wear red wine? I wear red lipstick when I do gigs. So, oh God, the Tesco food shop's just turned up. Holly, I know you're in the chat. Can you, my God. Holly, I know you're in the chat. Can you, put Thumps in his chair and deal with the Tesco food shop, please? Oh my God, so annoying. Anyway, yeah, Holly, you are there in the chat. Tesco's is here. God, this has happened twice to me now. Anyway, right. I wear red wine. I wear red lipstick. That's what I mean. So when I drink red wine, it doesn't really matter on the lips, but it does matter on the teeth. But there is a way you can drink it apparently, but I haven't learned how yet. Anyway, I'm going to do a quiz. Right. Gabby, you will have to get some wine glasses printed for the channel. Rosie Lee, I think that is a fabulous idea. I'll look into it. So I'm going to do a quiz now, right? Because, oh my God, they're knocking on the door. Shall I shout out the window? Someone's coming. Won't be a second. Bear with us.
Yeah, fine.
Please, you're doing it, Holly. Do it. Yeah, Holly's sorting it. I just heard her go, hiya. Right, anyway, I'm going to do this quiz, okay? Have you got a pen and paper handy? There is no prizes. It is literally just... Yeah, it is literally just for the fun of it. We've got 5 questions because, like I say, we'll be here all day. Can you start, Eugene, can you start the quiz at 8? No, I've got to be gone by it. Well, 2 minutes time. You'll just have to watch it back. It's not a problem. Are you going to watch Love Island today? Oh, yeah, I am. I am going to watch Love Island. Yes, it's got to be done. Right, are you ready? Are you ready for your quiz? Right, I'm going to start off with question number 1. You need to have a pen and paper handy. Gabby, is this your blip for this? Always a glitch. Yeah, it is. Do you know what else I need? My charger for my phone. 1 second. Give me a second. Just look at the curtain a minute because it's a nice curtain. I've got to get my charger. Ugh. Holly, you're doing amazing. Right, is there another plug bit on here? Might need to put that out just so I can put my phone on charge because I don't want this to conk out on me. So sorry. I don't have enough plug ports. That's the problem. Right, hang on. There you go. Now you can have me a little bit longer. Yeah. Right. So the quiz. Right, I'm sorry there's no light in the background. Sorry to disappoint, but it's worth it, right? So I can put my phone on charge. Right. Do you have a pen and paper handy? You're going to need one. Actually, you probably don't. You can probably just shout the answers out in the quiz. It's absolutely fine. Did you get the car sorted yesterday? Oh, John. Yeah, that's something I haven't actually spoke about, have I, yet? So we had a car issue yesterday. Not with the Audi. It was with Tim's car. And it's not good. It broke down on us yesterday. Yeah, an expensive car like that. So it just goes to show it's not worth spending money. Broke down on us and we got the RAC to pick it up and take it to a garage. Breaking down on a Sunday is a nightmare, right? Because there's no garages open. So anyway, we put the car in. I don't know if this is a secret. I don't know if Tim knows I'm telling everyone this, but I'm going to say it anyway because this is me and I've had a wine. So I haven't had a wine. I've had like 3 sips of a wine. Focus, Gabby. I'm focusing. So I'm not going to tell you what's wrong with it. I'll let Tim tell you. But it's very expensive to the point where I think Tim had tears in his eyes. So, yeah, the situation is not sorted. But the way I see it is it's a material thing. I'm probably saying that because it's not my car. I don't think Tim's thinking like that. But for me... Wendy just got in from a 12-hour shift. Hi, everyone. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for joining. I can't believe we've got 289 people watching. This is insane. Hit the thumbs, everyone. Hit the thumbs. Anyway, long story short, I won't go into the car situation. I'll let Tim tell you. Tim's in the chat, is he? Why has Tim not come up then? I haven't seen Tim's name come up. Anyway, I'll let Tim tell you it. It wasn't good. It's a bad result. It happens to the best of us, though. Hi, Gabby. I'm wearing your T-shirt tomorrow. Say Gabby Starbuck from your royal fan, Vincent. Vincent, you are a royal fan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, are you ready for this quiz? Give me a yes. I need to see a yes in the chat. Come on. Let's have the yes. Rosie, honestly, it was sad. It's a sad situation. I did feel bad for Tim. A lot of yeses coming up now. Good, good, good. Yes, 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 yes. It's a music quiz, by the way. It has to be music. So it's 5 questions from the quiz that I usually do at the Carlton. So I thought, if I'm doing it at the Carlton and I'm giving them in the entertainment, you guys are going to have a piece of the action too. Right. Yeah, Barry's just said Tim is in the chat. Why have I not seen Tim's name come up? No, well. Hi, darling. Tim, if you are in the chat, I have just told everyone our life story. Looking very glam, Gabby. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I'd pop these earrings in. They're about 3 years old and they're from Next, just so you know. I only ever use these in summer. I've got like summer jewellery and winter jewellery, and I can't wear these in the winter because they're too summery, because they've got a summer vibe. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Okay, and it's June now, just so we can wear summer stuff. Okay. Yes, Julian, I just seen your comment. I absolutely agree. Gabby, he drives a car with a green oval on the front. If they don't break down once in a while, they are not healthy. Yeah, but this is more than just a breakdown. Trust me. But like I say, I'm going to leave that to Tim to tell you. Ask him. Ask him. Because he might just go, Gabby, I can't believe you told everybody that. And then I'll be like, sorry. Oh, is Mum in the chat? Everyone say hi to Mum. Say hi. Hi, Gabby's mum. Hi, Mum. Is she there? Or are you just saying that, Craig? Right. So anyway, question number 1. Here we go. Right. This is a little bit of a historic question in music, okay? I say historic. It's not major history, but we're going back a little bit. Which English model was married to musicians George Harrison and Eric Clapton? So that's question number 1. I'm just going to say it again. Feel free to pop your answers in the chat. Which English model was married to musicians George Harrison and Eric Clapton? You can shout them out. You might as well. I say you need to get a pen handy, but the thing is, how do I know if people aren't Googling? Hey! So, Doe says Patty Boyle. 5 says Boyle. Someone put Twiggy? Twiggy? Patty Boyle. Jules B said Twiggy. Did Twiggy go out with both as well? Monica says Birdie. Who's Birdie? Jodie Marsh? No, it can't be Jodie Marsh. She's too young, I think. Isn't it wonderful tonight about her? Yes, I think it is. I believe it is. No, Gabby, I'm sure I've seen her. All right, thank you, Craig. Mum, you are in the chat. Katie Price? No, it's not Jodie Marsh. It's not Katie Price. They went out with Dane Bowers. And Dane Bowers was in another level. So, obviously, Eric Clapton and George Harrison are from an older era. So, anyway, the answer is Ginger Spice. No, this is way back. It's way back, a bit further back than Ginger Spice. The answer is Patty Boyd. That is the answer. So if you've got Patty Boyd, I want to see some high fives in the chat. So like, if you look at emojis, there'll be some like hands. There's an emoji hand that goes like that. And I assume that's a high five. Might be like just a 5-finger thing. But anyway, if you can find that in chat, just like put that up. Holly, it's all right. I'll put it away. You just pop it on the table. She's a good girl. I'm having a night out up here and she's babysitting. Yay! So we've got a few got that right. It's amazing. Amazing. In fact, if you got it right, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already. Okay. So that was question number 1. Number 2. Harry, Liam, Niall, Louis and Zayn are all members of which British boy bands? So this is a bit more of a modern one, this is. So the younger generation will definitely know this. Tyler says 1D. Karen says 1D. Oh, I think everyone's got this. A1? Is there a A1? A1, Spice Girls? Can't be Spice Girls if they're boys' names, can it? Mind you, you never know. But no, it's not. Boyzone, no, take that. It's interesting looking at some of your answers, I'm not going to lie. I think the majority of you might have got this one. The answer is drum roll. Are there any drums in the emojis? Can you get a drum in the emoji? Kai, she's going to do it soon. Just you wait. It's coming. Holly's vlog will come. New Hope Club. I don't know if there's any drums in the emoji thing. I'm not sure. Cheeky girls. Oh, Damo, I think you would just put anything for the crack. Yes, there is a drum. Brilliant. So the drum roll is, the answer is... I'm shaking the laptop. One Direction. Yay. So if you got that right, give me a high five in the chat, in the emojis. You know, that hand thing. Yeah, do that. The next question is a bit of a tricky one. So you're going to have to get your thinking caps on for this one. Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready for the next one? I'm still getting the high fives. I'm loving it. They keep coming. They keep coming. Hey. Are you all having a good time this evening? I hope so. Right, okay. Next question. So we're on number 3. What is... This is a tricky one. I'll be surprised if any of you get this right. Right. What is the English title of the Welsh national anthem? That is a real tricky one. Look, let's put it this way. If I hadn't got these questions from Google, I wouldn't know the answer to this. So I'm going to read it out again for any of you that didn't hear this correctly. What is the English title of the Welsh national anthem? Hard one, Liz, isn't it? Oh, Freya says, right, Freya. Ooh, Mel says no clue. It's hard. I've got to make some of them hard, otherwise we're just going to thrash it, ain't we? And you know, you've got to feel that self-love afterwards, haven't you? Some of you are getting it all right. Some of you have got it, though. I'm not going to say just yet because I don't want to, like, ruin it. So I'm just going to see. I'm just humouring myself now and seeing what people say. Some of you have got it. Right. Sex Bomb, Tom Jones. Yeah. Yeah, I like that song, Sex Bomb. That's quite catchy, innit? I should do that in my gigs, Sex Bomb. Yeah. All right, okay. The answer is, it's a hard one, Land of My Fathers. So, yes, if you've got that right, give me a high five. I know that Lisa Jays has definitely got it right. Hopefully none of you have Googled it and you've stayed true to the quiz and not Googled and, you know, you've been true to yourself. But give me a high five if you got that right. And if you didn't know it before, then you definitely know it now, don't you? So this is what I say to the people at the Carlton when I tell them the answer to the quiz and they hadn't got a clue and now they know. I say to them, well, you know, you learn something new every single day. And the thing is, if you're ever in a lift with someone, right, and, you know, you want to strike conversation, like if you want to chat someone up or if you just fancy chatting, it's a really good way to start conversation. You could say to someone, hey, did you know that the English title of the Welsh national anthem is Land of My Fathers? And then that person will go, no, I didn't. Wow, great. Shall we be friends? Or, hey, that's attractive. Shall we go out with each other? You never know when you're going to need it. So it could be a great chat-up line, but it could be a good friendship line. And now you know. You know when you want to strike conversation. So anyway, that's number 3. Okay, so we've got 2 more questions. Right, okay. Keto Diet says, I am too lazy to Google. Good, I'm glad to hear it. That is, laziness in these situations is a good thing. Liz says, the only problem is I won't remember. Yeah, and do you know what the funny thing is? Obviously, all the questions that I use for the quiz, I Google. So all the questions I write down, I've Googled them, read them out, and then I'll probably, like, I alternate the quiz a little bit. One day I'll do, like, a music quiz, and then I'll do general knowledge, and then I'll do, like, something where you mix up some words and guess the answer, and, you know, a little bit of a mush up. And then when I get back to the quizzes again, even I forgot the answers, so I need to look, and I'm like, God, but why do I not know this by now? I've done this quiz like 10 times, and I still don't know. So, yeah, just goes to show, doesn't it? So, no wonder I got U's at school, honest to God. So, anyway, number 4. Are you ready? Georgina says, good evening to you. Good evening, Georgina. Thank you for joining this evening. If you haven't done so already, guys, do hit the thumbs up. So we've got 2 more questions anyway. So let's continue this quiz. Next one. What other legendary, high pitch then, right? What other legendary vocalist is a cousin of Whitney Houston? So we're looking for the cousin who's also a vocalist of Whitney Houston. I'll repeat it for all of you that didn't hear that correctly. Listen carefully, as you'll see this only once. Right. What other legendary vocalist is a cousin of Whitney Houston? Let's see your answers. Tina Turner. Cilla Black. Dionne Warwick. Hi. Thelma Houston. Who's Thelma Houston? Mariah Carey? Michael Jackson. No, that's not Michael Jackson. Some of you have got it. I'm just looking now. I'm looking. One Direction from your royal fan, Vincent. No, it's just one individual person, Vincent. It's not a group. It's one person that we're looking for. Will Young? What? Josh? What? Aretha Franklin. I can see why you put that, John. Okay. Interesting. So the answer is, let's have some drums. Give me some drums, everybody. I need drum emojis. Go, 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 go. Shall I ask Holly to put the dinner on, or would that be really cheeky? Can I repeat the question, please? Harrington, yes, I will. The question is, what other legendary vocalist is a cousin of Whitney Houston? Vincent is obviously behind. Of course, yeah, he probably is, Jules. You're right. Actually, yeah, because he would have got one of them right, wouldn't he? Right, let's have some drums. Let's have some drums. Thank you, Becky. Much appreciated. We've got some drums. Loving the drums. I didn't even know there was a drum emoji. Okay. The answer is Dionne Warwick. There are a few people behind because someone's just said Patty Boyd. Emma says, yeah, Gabby, you're not flickering. And Emma, I'm not just not flickering. I'm not buzzing. Fuzzing. Humming. You know, that zzz sound that I should be having right now. So yeah, like we're on one this evening. We're smashing it. So yes, the answer was Dionne Warwick. So if any of you don't know who Dionne Warwick is, she sings, why do you have to be a heartbreaker when I was being what you want me to be? Don't know what else she sings actually. Does she sing, do you know the way to San Jose? Is that Dionne Warwick? I'm not sure. I think it is. So anyway, yes, the answer is Dionne Warwick. So if you got that right, give me a high five in the chat. Let's see those high fives. See those hands up. Come on. Well done, Mel. Well done, Jules. Well done, Lisa. Stephen Wright, Tony Jackson, well done. Yeah, Christopher Golf says, do you know the way to San Jose? So yeah, I did get that right. Yes. Well done, well done, well done. And like say, if you didn't get it right, you do know now for the future. Which brings us to the last question. And I thought I'd leave this is the last one I use in the quiz anyway, like at the Carlton Hotel. So I thought I'd leave the best to last. So this has got some bonus points. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. So basically, yeah, I'll read the question and then tell you what I mean by bonus points. Okay, listen carefully. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. Let's have some thumbs. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? God, it's like playing 15-1, isn't it? I kind of got, Lewis has given me like a sad face, a laughing face, and then a laughing face on the side. Hopefully that's a good thing. I think so, but I'm not sure about the tears. Good game, good game. I've still got drums, I've got thumbs, and I've got high fives. I've got a mixture of things going on here. Tyler says, I've been really loving Young Hearts Run Free lately. That is Candy Staten that sings Young Hearts Run Free. I'll do that in my gigs, actually. In fact, I haven't sung that for a few weeks. So I'll probably have to do that. Oh, wow, Jules, you're using your membership emoji. I'm liking it. It's lovely. Very, very nice. Andy Mulaney says, please hit the thumbs. Yes, please hit the thumbs. Come on, let's help the algorithm. If you're wondering why we're asking about hitting the thumbs, it's because obviously when you hit the thumbs, it helps the algorithm, which helps push this video out to other people that might enjoy it. I don't know who that might be like, but someone might like to watch someone making a fool of themselves. Me, I mean. Right, so anyway, last question. Here we go. Right. Shh, shh, shh. Right. I'm saying shush, but I'm the only one talking. Right. The day the music died refers to the tragic deaths, right, yeah, of which artists? So, you need to get all three. So there you go, I'll give you a clue. There is actually 3 of them. You need to get all 3 artists correct to get this point. If you just say one person, you're not going to get the point. You need to have all 3 correct. So it has to be all 3. So I'm going to repeat it. The day the music died refers to the tragic deaths of which artists? And there are 3. I'm looking at your answers. It's interesting. Interesting. I always love this one on the quiz though, because the thing is, I say to them, you know, you can't get the point unless you get all 3. And they all feel really frustrated because they're like, oh my God, I've got to get all 3. And you can see their minds ticking over. And they're stressing. Because you know what? They're going to win. If they win at the Carlton Hotel, they're going to win a Gabby Starbucks Certificate of Achievement. Yeah. That my sister printed for free at a holiday park. It's A4 paper. It's not even card. But they love it though. Pavarotti was an opera singer. So it wasn't an opera singer. David says Vincent. No. Someone put Tina Turner, Whitney Houston and her daughter. No. Well, another clue. It's men. It's men. Just so you know. Okay, are you ready? If you are ready for the answer, give me a thumbs up. Rosie, yes, to put into your record of achievement. That's what you need, a certificate from me. I'll send them out first class. Right, okay. So the question, the day the music died, refers to the tragic deaths of which artists? The artists that we're looking for, and it has to be all 3, are, drum roll. Let's have some drums. Give me the drums. This is me on the trunk here. So, it is Buddy Holly is one of them. The next is Richie Valens. Valens spelled Valens. So some of you put Richie Valens, like a balance sheet. So yeah, it's Richie Valens. And the Big Bopper. So you need to have got all three to get the points. So we're looking for Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. So Monica says, never heard of them. Oh, my words. Well, they were music legends. So basically, Richie Valens sang La 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 Bamba. You know, that is a classic song. You must have heard that. And yeah, Buddy Holly sang so many songs. I don't even know where to start off the top of my head, but they're legends, and they all died in a plane crash, which was pretty uncanny. I don't know if you've seen any of the Life Story films actually, but I've watched La Bamba, that's it, which is Richie Valens' life story, and he was so young when he died, and it is so sad because he was the most incredible, talented artist, all played instruments as well, and he was so afraid of flying, and obviously I can relate to that because I'm absolutely terrified of flying. I'm getting better, but I'm absolutely terrified, and he flew because he had to for his job, and he had to be somewhere at a certain time, so he got on this plane, and obviously there was the accident, and oh my god, it's devastating, absolutely devastating. And the worst thing is, it took out 3 legends. So from someone who really embraces music, yeah, it's a really big deal. And actually, this brings me to my next part. Actually, at the moment, I'm currently learning the song American Pie. And when I say learning it, I know I can sing it, but when I mean learning, I'm learning the words. It is the hardest song I've ever learned in my life. Oh my God. How many verses are in that song? I said to my mum, because my mum's a singer, and I said, Mum, have you ever sang American Pie? And she was like, no. And I went, do you realise how many verses are in the song American Pie? And I'm one of these people, like, you do get a lot of artists on the circuit that read the words when they're singing, and that is one of my pet hates as an artist. Like, I feel like if you're a singer and you're getting paid good money to be a singer, you need to learn your songs and you need to perform them without reading the words. Otherwise you're doing karaoke. That, in my mind, you've got to learn them and you've got to perform them. If you're reading them, you can't perform because you're reading. So my theory is learn your songs, and I'm very passionate about that as an artist. I don't like singers on the circuit that read words. That's out of order as far as I'm concerned. If someone's paying you, you need to learn your words. And I will learn them, and I'll sit there and I'll learn every single thing, and I will never ever read words. I don't even have prompt cards. I literally, if I get stuck, I just improvise, and that's the way I work, and that's how every artist should work. A professional works like that. But I'm learning American Pie, and that is the hardest song I've learned in my life. Honestly, I think I'm like 3 verses in, and I'm like, how many more have I got to learn before I can actually, you know, get this song out there? But I'm trying, I'm getting there. Ju says, okay, and thank you. Sending you a hug. Or maybe you're talking to someone else, I'm not sure. How do you deal with your fear of flying? I'm petrified. Okay, yeah, let's talk about flying, because I fly a lot. You probably know I do fly a lot. When I've flown my whole life. We've had family that have got property in Spain, and I fly backwards and forwards a lot. And then I worked for a tour operator, and you know, you have to fly. And I was never ever frightened of flying. I used to embrace every single moment. And then when Air Malaysia hit the news, it was the most horrific news I'd ever heard in my life, and it really scarred me, and it baffled me what happened. So I made my own assumption what happened with that plane. One night I went to bed, and I had a dream that I was in the air crash, and I was in this plane and it was going down and it was filling up with water and I couldn't get out. And I'm like struggling to get my breath and I can't get out, and this plane is sinking. So I'm having this dream and it feels really, really real. And then I wake up and that is it. I've done a whole 180 and I'm absolutely terrified of flying and I don't want to fly again, because if anything ever happens like that, it's not even the fact that it could go down. That doesn't bother me. It's the fact that I'm in that situation where I'll never be able to get out. And I've totally made up this great big scenario in my head because the news has given us so much information and I've taken it and ran with it and I made my own assumptions. So I've created a fear that I shouldn't really have. And I'm absolutely terrified that this is going to happen to me. So every time I've flown, my heart's been in my throat, and it got so bad that even like if we were to stay in a hotel at an airport the night before we were due to fly, I'd just be so scared that, you know, what happens to this plane? What am I going to do? So I'd be like all night long, like my mum or Tim or whoever's coming with us will be having a drink and a jolly and really, really enjoying it. And I'll be like having lumps in my throat thinking, oh, I've got to fly tomorrow. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And to the point where we'd be walking up to the gate. I'd be terrified. I'm scared. And I'd get on the plane and I'd sit there and they'd close the doors. And I'd be like, oh my God, that's it. I can't get off. I cannot get off this plane. And it'd be horrendous. And we'd take off. Take off is the worst for me because I think, are we going to make it? You know, and honestly, and the fear of the dream has had a knock-on effect with everything about flying. So I struggled for quite a long time with it, to be honest. And then I went on my medication for my anxiety that I suffer with, and I got a bit more of a grip, to be fair, with the whole situation. And yeah, and then I just felt a little bit like I can fly a bit more now. Like it started off like I was still scared, but I'm all right now. I've really chilled about it. Like there is still a part of me that's a little bit scared, but now I just kind of think to myself, there are so many things in life that are there to fear, you know, like health issues and stuff like that. And I think, you know, am I worrying about something that I needn't worry about when there's all these other things that you could potentially be worrying about? Do you know what I mean? And I've kind of thought like that. So I've kind of retrained my brain a little bit now. So I kind of deal with it a lot better now than I used to. But I did go through a really weak phase on the planes. And Tim used to go, God, Gabby, you're foaming at the mouth, because I'd be breathing in deep so much and clenching onto everything. There was this one couple that I spoke to on the plane. We were flying to Vegas. And I'd had a bad time and I was really stressing and stuff like that. And the air hostess had said to me, do you want a Prosecco? Do you want a Prosecco? And was giving me like loads of drink, and then was just like getting me really drunk so that I could handle it. And in the end, I was like, whoa, and I was walking up and down the plane and I was like making friends with everybody. And there was like an area in the galley before you got to the galley, and people were kind of like, because it was a long flight, were just chatting and, you know, just, I don't know, getting together and just chatting in the galley. And there was an old couple that I met, and this woman said, I was saying, like, so why are you going to Vegas? What are you doing? And, you know, just making conversation. And she said, I've just gotten over cancer. And we were like, we're going to go away for 6 weeks to, I think it was Lake Las Vegas. They were going to the lake area, not the actual casinos. And she said, and we were just like, no, let's just go. You know, like, I've got over it. Let's go and embrace it and live life. And I thought, wow. And she's always remained in my mind. And I've always thought to myself, you know, this woman is a massive inspiration. So I feel like, you know, she's not bothered about flying because she's just gone through hell. So in theory, why am I worried about flying when people are going through things like that? Do you know what I mean? So that does remain in my mind a little bit, and that makes me feel a little bit more confident when I'm flying. You know, like, there is someone who used to be in our family who's no longer with us anymore, and they used to say, don't sweat the little things. And I totally get that now. That's absolutely right. I think when something rubbish happens to you and it feels rubbish, you've got to kind of think to yourself about someone who's in a worse scenario and think to yourself, why am I stressing about this? So that's how I handle flying. I kind of think of the scenario and go, I could be in a worse scenario. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like who is it that just said that about flying? Yeah, you know, it is one of the safest forms of transport. That is true. Oh, you know what? I don't want to tempt fate by saying that, but you know, because obviously I'm probably going to be flying soon, so hopefully all goes well. You know, but it is true what they say. These aircrafts are incredible machines. They fly themselves. You know, with my fear, I've done a lot of research and I've looked into a lot of things. And the funny thing is, my granddad used to be a pilot in the war. He's no longer with us, but yeah, he used to be a pilot amongst his many talents. And he embraced flying and loved it. And I thought, why have I got a granddad that embraced flying and loved it and was a pilot in the war and took bullet and all this sort of stuff, and I'm absolutely terrified of flying? That's not in my genes to be terrified of flying. Stop it, man up. So I have done, and I am starting to like enjoy it a little bit more now, to be honest. It is one of the safest forms of flying, and yeah, they fly themselves. They're incredible machines. They've been flying for years and years and years. People fly them in the war, and they're made to sustain a lot of bad weather. And yeah, I just think, and they have the pilots there almost like backup. So yeah, there is a lot to it. So anyway, just quickly moving on, because I'm going to wrap this because I've been going on and on for ages. I know I've got to put the food chopping away because I think things are going to defrost because I'm pretty sure Holly's left it for me. But just quickly, wrapping things up. My latest vlog that I put out was the one of my gigs at the weekends. So I was just about to record the next vlog, which I was going to do, which I'm not going to tell you about because I'm going to do it anyway. But Barry, you've given me a really, really good idea. So I may do an unvlogging, a vlogging of unraveling this trunk and showing you what's in it. I might do that just for the crack. So I may do that. Just to let you know as well, you might have noticed that a few people have become channel members. If you're new to the channel and you're unsure what channel members are, I'll just explain it. So being a channel member allows you to have priority responses with your comments as well. You get customized emojis for every month you're a member. You do get like a different color change as well, so you get that. And you also get to did I say customized emojis? I think I did. The wine's hitting me. Don't tell anyone. So yeah, you get that. Obviously there is another tier. The other tier is where you get all of what I just said, but you also get that is the super louder tier, but you also get behind the scenes footage and sort of short little snippets of what's going on in my life, and I'll just sort of upload it and that. So you get that as well. So yeah, that is a great way to support the channel, and it is for just the price of a cup of coffee as well. So if anyone does want to sign up and be a member, that's absolutely fantastic. But I appreciate everybody that supports me anyway, all the time. And with any comments that I do get, I do try my utmost and my hardest to respond to every single person. It might take time, but I do get around to everybody eventually. I'll sit down with a cup of tea and then I'll work my way through them, so we'll get to them as well. Just to let you know as well, the merch store is going on. We've got it. So we've got the limited edition Gabby coffee morning mugs as well. They're out, and a few merch in that section, like travel mugs and stuff like that. And we've also got my normal merch as well, where I'm selling like bags now and jumpers and stuff. So check out the store. It's really, really exciting stuff. I'm really pleased with it. I got my coffee mug the other day. I eventually got it. I'm actually gonna get some samples and stuff, and I'm gonna show you guys in the coffee mornings what they are. Again, I am so sorry about the coffee morning this morning, but we've made up for it tonight and we've had a blast. I've loved it. For me, it's like going down the pub with 223 people and having a really good chat, because it's me doing the chatting and you guys doing the listening, and that's usually a winner for me because I can't stop rabbiting. If you haven't done so already, do hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to follow me on socials as well. So I am actually on Instagram and I'm on Facebook, Gabby Starbuck, vocalist entertainer. I think Instagram it's Gabby Starbuck vocalist, and on Facebook it's Gabby Starbuck vocalist entertainer as well. So do give me a follow in there. I would love to have your support. It's great having you all. Amazing. And yeah, have a lovely, lovely evening. And the next vlog will be up soon this week, and I'll be doing the coffee morning as well. Same time, same place, Monday. Thank you, Belvedere, for putting the links up. I really appreciate that as well. So guys, have a lovely, lovely evening. Thank you for giving up your time and joining. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I will see you all soon. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't hit the thumbs already, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Love you all. And I'll see you soon. Must do this again soon, guys.